Or they try to.
What's happening this week on your favorite soap operas? It's time to talk about all the daytime drama on Soap Central Live with Dan J. Kroll. Get ready for the latest soap news, scoops, recaps, and interviews with your favorite daytime stars. Now, here's Dan.
Hello there.
Hi.
Are we all together? We're fine. We're good.
Yeah, I don't know how much time I have until they might call me to set now, but we're just going to, if this is the piece together interview, what the hell?
Well, it's only been 3 years since we've last talked, so I say, you know.
It's been a while.
All right. So as we move along here, the end of July to early August, it's often referred to as the dog days of summer. But I guess at your house, it seems to always be dog days year-round. How many pups do you have running around?
4. We have 4 dogs, 3 of which are rescues. And one of which I say I rescued from the pet store.
I'm sure. Okay, so can you give us the rundown? The 4 pets, or 4 pups.
All right, Lily, we have Lily. She's our miniature dash hound mix. And, not a mix. She was supposed to be a purebred from the pet store. Then we have our rescues, our Dusty. He's like 10.5. He's a border collie mix. And then we have a Ryder. He was rescued from the pound in Santa Barbara. I don't know what, he's like a white shepherd, yellow lab, and something really tall. The dog is ginormous. And then Fire, we got her at 8 weeks old. She's a border collie German shepherd mix from a shelter called, Old Yeller Ranch up where I live in San Ynez.
Now, there's a little bird has told me that these are not the only animals that you have running around the home. Well, not necessarily the home, but around your property, your estate, your right man. So what else do you have?
We have 2 goats, and we have 2 cats, and we have a snake.
And a snake?
Yeah, we used to have chickens, but they were eaten by the coyotes, so we didn't get any more.
The snake, now, was the snake one that came from a pet shop? Is this one that was found under a rock?
Yeah, it was like a PetSmart or Pet whatever purchase that, was really stupid, and because now we just feed him a mouse and we're like, hi, don't touch me. So, that's a bad snake owner, but he's a snake and he just cares to eat and go back into his hole, like tunnel, so he's not really high up on the priority list right now.
And, and the ones that you don't have to feed regularly every day are a lot less in the way of maintenance and worry and trouble.
Well, and let's be honest, snakes don't cuddle. So it's not like, they do, if they do, it's because they want to be warm, not because they care about you.
I've seen a couple of horror movies where there's been some cuddling snakes, and it never ended well for the people that were cuddled.
Yeah, it doesn't end for the person on the inside, no.
Now, of your dogs, you'd mentioned one was rescued from a pet store and 3 others came from various animal rescues. What made you get to the decision where you thought that going to a shelter, going to an animal rescue was the way to go? What was the mindset? Because we know that there are a lot of people that, for whatever reason, that doesn't even cross their mind.
Well, everyone has their reason for the dog that winds up in their life. And, it's not for me to say about anyone else. However, and I've done it both ways, My first dog really was Rain, and she was a Dalmatian that I got from a breeder in a small town where the father lived around the corner, and the mom, lived in the house with the family. And so it was more like a house situation. And then and I had her for 11 years, and she was like my first child. So, but Dusty was my first rescue, and I was just blown away at how grateful and happy and sweet and amazing this dog was. And, we had Dusty for a while and have had Dusty for a while, and then we rescued a shepherd. And then he died, and then we got Ryder at the pound. At the same time, we knew these border collie puppies were coming available, and I've always loved the German shepherd, and then the mix with the border collie, which is a really smart dog. I thought, wow, what a great mix. And so it all just kind of happened with Ryder and Fire at the same time. And Ryder really pulled on our heart because he was like in the pound in a cage, and, you know, it could have been his time to go as far as being put under, you know, because nobody wanted him. And and just walking around, you know, when you walk around these shelters and these pounds, and you see the, you know, the look on their face as you read their story, and then, you know, you see some of them just have been there for like a year and a half or 2 years, and you're just like, and you just see the look in their eye of like, you're not going to pick me. You know, it's awful. And you see there's a soul in there too, and so that just kind of started it for me.
And you've become a supporter of the ASPCA, and through that, We Care.
We Care.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's a really great way of, you know, supporting a charity that happens to be close to you, and where you can buy things through WeCare.com, and proceeds and percentages can go to the charity that you choose. And with this one, it's also to spend a day with me. So it's just a great way. I mean, WeCare.com is awesome in general for any type of, you know, nonprofit organization. And this one just happens to be with the ASPCA, which is, you know, working to fight animal cruelty, you know, across the country.
So let's figure this out. People can do a good deed, do something that they would otherwise be doing, and they have the potential to kind of hang out with you on the GH set. This sounds like win-win.
Yeah, and I think it's great too, because then I get to spend the day with someone who, you know, has their heart in the same place that mine is when it comes to animals. So it is a win-win. It's also a win that you can shop online as well, and be able to donate to one of your favorite nonprofit organizations.
I believe in win-wins in all of my interviews, and if you would like, you have the opportunity right now on the spot to win $250 for the ASPCA. It's part of our $250 Soap Pyramid. If you're game, it's very easy, and between the two of us, you're going to win the money anyway, so it's not really a lose situation here, but are you game to play?
Okay. Yeah, okay.
This is, Laura Wright, the top 10 most popular dog breeds in America. I want to see how many of the top 10 you can get. For each one, you win $10. If you get them all, you get the $250. As I said, you're going to get the $250 anyway, so let's just pretend that there's some sort of drama on the line here.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes, go for it. You have 60 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to say, really? That's all I got? German Shepherd,
yes, number
a
2.
Labrador Retriever.
Number 1.
Yeah, German Shepherd, Labrador Retriever. What else? Great Dane?
No.
Dalmatian?
No.
Oh, my gosh. So, the Pomeranian?
No.
Oh, a Chihuahua?
No. But you got the top. Keep going, but you got the top 2.
I know I got the who, because everybody has the top 2s. A Pomeranian, Chihuahua. No, the other little one. The a Yorkie, a Yorkshire Terrier?
Yes, number 6.
Okay.
Think Snoopy. No, think Snoopy.
Oh, really? The Beagle?
Yes, number 4. Rocky, Mike Tyson, Pac-Man.
A Pit Bull?
No. What do they do
what
for a
kind
living?
of dogs do they have?
What do they do for a living?
A boxer.
Yes, number 7.
You keep helping me out. A Border Collie. An Australian Shepherd.
That surprised me, no.
Oh, really? A Border Collie, Australian Shepherd. I'm trying to think of dogs that people have.
French.
Come on, help me out.
French, fluffy.
French Bulldog. Bulldog.
No, Bulldog is on there, but I was thinking more of the fluffy, frilly, frou-frou French dog.
A poodle. What about a poodle?
And
really?
Yep, number 8. Number 3 is like the Labrador, but it's a color. It's a color of a little statue that you got a couple of years ago.
Oh, a golden retriever. Oh,
yes,
of course.
Number 3. And you may have actually said number 9 while I wasn't paying attention and talking about Mike Tyson. Rottweiler was number 9.
Oh, a Rottie. Yeah, what about a Doberman Pinscher?
That surprisingly wasn't on the list. Number 10 is the one that surprised me the most. It's, we'll think Wiener Dog.
Oh, I have one. It's a dachshund.
It is. Those were the top 10. So
Oh, wow, I
congratulations.
totally bombed. It's a good thing I'm getting it anyway.
But you got normally it ends up being that the easy ones are the ones that no one gets, and you got the top two. So hey, that was.
I knew the Lab and the German Shepherd would probably be top two, but I would think a Border Collie would be up there.
I
And
thought so,
definitely,
too.
I mean, I live in California. Everyone's got a freaking Chihuahua here. I mean, everybody.
I was thinking that a Shih Tzu would be on there or some sort of, but no.
Or a Labradoodle. Those things are popular now.
I'm wondering if maybe they don't consider it a official breed of the American
Oh,
Kennel
like
Club.
a real dog.
Well, we are not going to judge what's a real dog and what's not.
No, I agree.
But congratulations, you won $250 for the ASPCA.
Woo!
We will make sure
Yay!
that goes on there. We have just a little bit more time with you, so I've got a couple of other random questions that go on with this. It's a segue here. Follow me. See if this works out with you here. We talked about dogs. We talked about the most popular breeds. You have seemed to have an animal magnetism with a lot of your leading men on General Hospital. You've been a very lucky, very, very lucky. Roger, Sean,
Hold on
Ingo.
1 second.
Sure.
Okay, I don't know if that was me, but they'll call me again if they need me. Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I totally ruined that.
No, that's fine. Well, it's the live suspense of will she be called away?
It is. I'm totally supposed to be going on set soon. So we're just gonna keep going until they personally call me.
Until they come tap on the shoulder and I get yelled at by Ron or Frank. That'll be great. But you've been, I mean, fans have noticed this. I mean, you've had numerous hashtags and all sorts of things on the Twitter. You've been really lucky when it's been coming to leading men on GH.
Oh, I have. Starting from the first, person I worked with, I think it was Maurice and Steve, and to Ingo, and to like Brandon Barash and Sean, and then my God, Roger Howard. That was like, how lucky am I? So yeah, lucky me.
And now in current story, it seems like everybody seems to think that Carly and Sonny are not over each other. Carly thinks everybody's delusional. Is there some smoke? Is there some fire here? Why is it that everybody in the world sees this but Carly?
Well, I mean, he who protests too much. Because it's always been true in the past, so she's trying to, gosh darn it, it's not going to be true right now, and I'm just helping him out and giving him a shoulder to lean on and being his friend, and why can't people understand that? And we're parents, and, blah, 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 blah. So, it's...
It makes for compelling television.
Yes, and she's trying to convince herself of the same thing. We'll see how long she can do that before,
I was going to say...
it all falls to shit.
She is the only one. She's the only one that's not convinced. I think everybody else that's ever even thought of Port Charles thinks otherwise. But, you never know. That's the joy of soaps. And speaking of GH, big General Hospital Fan Club weekend. You have an event of your own. What can fans expect from your big GH Fan Club event?
We always have a game we play. We do a small little wine tasting. And we just like to have a good time. We really like to have fun. We answer, I answer tons of questions to the best of my ability to what I'm allowed to. And, we play lots of games, trivia games. We have prizes. We do a wine tasting. We bring a lot of wine and gifts down from the winery in case people, because when they see things that I'm wearing or stuff, they want to know where to get them. And so I bring it down if they want to purchase or, whatever. And we just kind of play and have fun.
Well, you mentioned answering questions from fans, if you're able to. We did get one. I mentioned I was going to be talking to you today, and someone sent in a question. Angela Cast wants to know about your fitness routine. She says, how did you get so fit? You look absolutely amazing.
Oh, gosh. Wow. Thanks. I eat really, really well, and I work out. I just do, lunges, push-ups, and cardio. 10 minutes of running a day will alter your whole life. Seriously. Go out and run for 10 minutes, for 2 weeks, and then up it to 12 minutes for 2 weeks, and up it, anything like that just shifts your whole energy. And that's, it's really about that. And then the body just follows, I think.
And, of course, there are numerous studies that say drinking wine, maybe just a little bit, is heart healthy. It may help in other areas as well. And, of course, you are Daytime's resident wine lady. I mean that in a good way. Tell us a little bit, what are some of the things that folks can expect from Standing Sun Wines? What are the...
I need to check real quick and make sure they're not calling me to the floating room. So give me 1
Sure.
second. I'm just going to check my set and make sure that if it is me, I'll have to run and come back. And that is nope, that's not me. Okay, so I have a minute.
That's fine. We're at the
we're still doing good.
sands are running through the hourglass. On a different show, but they're still running through the hourglass.
Totally. What was the wine question again? I'm sorry.
What are some of our big trends in wine? What are some of the products? What are the new products that maybe you have out there that folks should be aware of that they can go on and order?
I think for us really is, we are. Well, we consider ourselves a small winery with a big living room. Our tasting room where we are is great. We have live music where we are, which is great. And our wines are, easy to drink, simple. We have, we mainly focus on Rhone varietals, which are Syrah, Syrah Grenaches, blends, Grenache Blancs. But yet they're very affordable and easy to drink. You don't have to lay it down for years or pair it with food if you don't want, which I love that. Like sometimes I just want to drink. I don't want to think about the steak. You know what I mean? Why don't make a cab?
There's always, at least for me, steak is always top of the list. We'll worry about other things later. But with that, we know that you are on the set. We know that at any moment they could come looking for you. You did have some time off. GH was dark for a couple of weeks. What were some of the things that you were able to do in your downtime?
Oh, I went to my parents. They live on the water in Ocean Isle, North Carolina. And so I went there with my daughter. Then my husband joined us later with my son. And we were at the beach the whole time. We rode go-karts and played putt-putt and relaxed. I
always like to hear what people call, whether it's I don't know if it's regional or not. It's putt-putt for some. It's mini golf for others. It's funny. I didn't know what putt-putt was until later in life because we always called it mini golf. But that sounds like a really good relaxing.
Funny.
Sounds like a really good relaxing time.
It was. It was great.
Well, there are other things. They will wait for another time. I thank you so much for taking
Thank you so much for talking to me about this amazing charity. I mean, the ASPCA is huge, and they do such great work, and they save such little and big, tiny souls from really horrific conditions and brutality. And every dime, every penny goes to just, even if you can't take one in, the money goes to helping remove them from a situation that has got awful and then paying for all of the medical veterinarian expenses that go to saving these little animals, from cats to dogs to horses, to little bunny rabbits. I mean, it's all over the spectrum, the work that this organization does. So there is no little bit. Every bit helps.
I'm actually glad that you mentioned bunnies. I'm a rabbit owner, and it makes me cringe at Easter time. All the folks who go out and get rabbits and give them to their kids because I think it'll be, it's cute. It'll be the Easter bunny.
Because they just don't know, and it was like everyone that went out and got Dalmatians after 101 Dalmatians. It's not the dog for everybody, and it's certainly not an outside dog or a dog that can be chained to a outsider put in a run and expect it's just you have to know what you're doing, and these people do. These people really do, and when they do place a dog with a family, it's very carefully done, and everyone ends up happy. So I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me about this.
Absolutely, and we will.
And I appreciate the journey of our conversation.
We've covered more miles with this conversation than possibly anything else. I like that, and hopefully the next one won't take 3 years. We'll be able to talk sooner than that.
Sounds great. Yes, we will.
Great. Thank you, Laura.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.